We are back now with Kevin Ogle, and Kevin is here today because Kevin emceed a very special ceremony today in Edmond. It's hard to believe, Kevin, 40 years have now passed today since the Edmond postal murders.
And it's still the deadliest workplace mass shooting in history. And I'll tell you more about what the ceremony was like, but I know we have more to talk about on this.
So Caitlin Ogle was there, and she gives us a look inside, and we'll come back where Kevin really has a story that goes along the lines with this, a very personal story, connection to the massacre. We'll talk about that after this story.
This day started out just like today, and it subsequently very quickly became the worst day of my life.
August 20th, 1986, a massacre at the Edmond Post Office. Employee Patrick Sherrill went into work with a gun in hand.
He'd been chewed out the day before. He said, "I'm going to get even," and he sure did.
40 years later, survivors like Frank Newsom remember their close call with death.
We saw him shoot the supervisor and two carriers. They fell to the ground, and then he came after us.
He was pointing the gun right at me, but he did not shoot.
Joe Sturgill also survived because he says he bonded with Sherrill over computers.
That's probably saved my life.
In 15 terrifying minutes, 14 people were killed.
He ended up shooting 7 women and 7 men and wounded several.
First responders flooded the scene.
When the SWAT team went in, I remember one of them saying, you know, 2 of these guys may not come out of there.
However, Sherrill had turned the gun on himself.
To see all 5 come out that day was an absolute miracle. If he had still been alive, I don't think we would have got all our friends back.
But the ripples of tragedy were just beginning to be felt. Victims were identified, families were told.
When we called a family's name, it was the worst anguish I've ever experienced. It was horrible.
That's when Carla Phillips learned her husband, Lee, was gone.
They just said that they were very sorry, but he had been killed. There are days when it really affects me, and if there's a shooting somewhere and it's on the news, I can't listen to it.
But the community came together, tying yellow ribbons, a sign of unity, hope.
Think about a yellow ribbon. It binds us. It keeps us as a city careful and kind to each other.
40 years later, the massacre seared into memory.
I cannot ever unsee what I saw that day.
But lessons of love and loss passed on to younger generations.
Share your affection with your friends. Don't take life for granted.
Along with the memory of those passed on.
Rick Esser, Bill and Nikki Miller, Patty Welch, Jerry Pyle, Patricia Gabbard, Lee Phillips, Betty Jared, Ken Morey, Patty Chambers, Mike Rockney, Jonah Graggart, Patty Husband, Tom Shader, and Judy Dennett. This has been about them and those who were there that day.
In Edmond, Caitlin Ogle, Oklahoma's News 4.
So, Kevin, you do have a personal connection to the tragedy that happened way back in 1986. Tell us about that.
Besides being an Edmondite, all 3 of us brothers went K through 12 in Edmond. We all live there now. My father-in-law worked at the Edmond Post Office and was a rural mail carrier, but he retired about 9 months before this happened and started going into some of his own private businesses. But the man who took his place at the post office tragically was killed that day.
So terrible.
It's so terrible. And man, oh man, I tell you that there were tears today at this ceremony.
40 years later, it just goes to show,
Yes.
how much you can hold on to such a tragedy. As it's just heartbreaking to see families suffering.
And they still do.
Mhm.
I mean, as any family does who's lost a loved one. I know you have. And it still hurts. And a lot of these families are still dealing with this. And a lot of the first responders are dealing with it too. What they saw that day when they went in there. You heard Randall Shadid say he went in because he was the acting mayor that day. The regular mayor was out of town. And so he was the acting mayor, and he went in with the investigators and saw what had happened there, and it affected him so much.
He still tears up to this day.
Absolutely, he does, as a lot of people do.
Well, I hate that we have to even have a ceremony like today.
Yeah.
It's good to honor those.
Absolutely.
Just a tragic thing that we've been through, but the community gathering today to build each other up. Kevin?
Yeah, and as I said when we were there, even the best little town in the world, which I believe Edmond is as a hometown, especially when we grew up there, can have dark times, and that was one of them, but we celebrated their resilience today.
Finding lightness in the darkness, light in the
Exactly.
darkness. Kevin, thank you.
Thank you.
And when we come back, we'll have your weather discussion.